Welcome back, troglodytes, to the Trogly's Guitar Show, your daily dose of guitar information. Today's episode is sponsored by MEE Audio. They recently asked me if I'd be interested in reviewing their in-ear monitors, and my first thought was, I run a guitar channel, not earbud channel. But then they told me that it's specifically tuned for guitar players and people who do mixing and editing of audio, which is something I do every single day. And seeing as my old headphones just recently died on me and I just bought a new pair, I thought, why not give these guys a try too? So let's go ahead and check out their website. It looks like they offer all kinds of in-ear monitors at varying price points. There's even wireless and Bluetooth systems for just a little bit more. But the series we're going to focus on today is the MX Pro in-ear monitors. So there's actually 4 different styles you can go for depending on what your needs are. So you've got MX1 Pro, 2, 3, and 4. Now what's the difference between all these? I'm not much of an audiophile, but the way I understand it is you get an extra driver that does something different for each of these depending on what your needs are. So the base model MX1 Pro, it's suggested for monitoring, mixing, and just general listening. They start at $59.99 and it's just got that single moving coil driver. But then when you step up to the MX2, the price increases $40. However, you get that second coil that's acting as a subwoofer, and then you have a balanced armature. So this is mainly for drummers and bass guitarists because it gives you that greater bass response. Now, if you want that third driver, it's going to cost you $50 extra, but this is the one that they're advertising towards guitarists and vocalists because the extra driver boosts the mids here. And then finally, the fourth one, another $50 extra. That's $200 for in-ear monitors. So these ones are mainly intended for more professional usage in stage and studio monitoring. But something else that's kind of interesting about these that kind of drew me to them and wanting to do the review is the fact that they're completely customizable. Now, yes, some of these customizations is purely cosmetic. Like you could make one black, one white. That way you know which one's left and right without having to look for the L and R. Or maybe you just like black better than clear. But say you're working with other people that also use these, you could have a custom faceplate. It does cost a little bit extra, but they have a few options here. Like you got some gears, camouflage. It looks like an 8-bit scene to me. Or Mr. Shark Man. Hey, if you want custom text, that's only $5 more. You can make it say whatever you want. And you can rotate the text. You can make it as small as you want. You could also just make it big. And you can customize both the left and right once again. So maybe you just want something spread across both of them. So there you go. Too cool. Or for more, you can do your own custom artwork. So let's see what I got going on here. Very first thing, got some ballerina shoe slipper feet. Who wouldn't want these on their earbuds, right? Then other than the faceplates, you can also get the custom fitting ear tips. Now that is a significantly higher price, but they custom form that to your ear. So you can visit one of their offices in LA to scan your ears. You can visit them at a booth or go to your local audiologist. There's also rush processing available. So I think if you really like these things and you want it to fit your ear perfectly, that's definitely a cool option. Other than that, it looks like you can customize how long your cable is, as well as the standard ear tips and additional accessories. So if you get the most decked out thing possible, it's under $400. One nice feature I see with this interchangeable design is if your cable goes bad or just your left side goes bad, you can just order a replacement instead of replacing the entire thing. But I'd say that's enough just looking at them. Let's go ahead and open the package that MEE Audio sent me. Okay, so if you order one of these from them, you're gonna get it in like a little bubble mailer like this. They sent it to me as first class. It took about, I think, 2 or 3 days to get here. That's pretty standard for that mailing service, but it could take, I think, up to like 5 days. So let's see what's in here. Try not to cut anything. Ooh. So our first one is the MX Pro MX4 model. So this is the highest end $200 one. It's the studio grade monitoring. So I'm kind of interested to see how I could use these for even video editing, because that's definitely what I spend the most time doing for this channel, more so than the guitar playing part. But that's not all. They actually, it looks like they've got another one in here too. All right, and this one is the MX3. So this is the version that's geared specifically towards guitarists. It'll be interesting for me to compare the two, what the drivers do, as somebody who has like no idea about what this stuff is. But let's go ahead and open the MX3 first here. It looks like we got a little piece of tape right here. And then from there, it just pulls out. And we've got two other little tape bits right here. And one more on the side. So we've got a little carrying case right here that says MEE Professional on it. Doesn't feel, it's not like a hard shell case or anything. It's just kind of like a semi-hard soft case. Looks like you can get 10% off your customization using coupon code MXCustom. That's not something like specific for my channel or anything. I bet that's probably just in all of these. And I would guess these are just our wires for our earbuds, which that appears to be the case. Inside here, looks like you have a different wire, so these must be different somehow. Oh, that's nice. They have one that you can just plug it directly into like your audio interface, the 1/4-inch jack. But here's just the base units themselves. Now, just looking at these cables, they look like they're the same. The only difference would be like maybe you can have one that's set up as a 1/4-inch and one for that's like direct into your computer or something like that. But other than that, it looks like we have some customizable ear tips depending on the size of your ears. So that's good. You have some isolation tips, a 1/4-inch jack, and even a little clip-on ring. That's a nice little feature. So in order to use this, you just plug it in like that. It makes a snap sound. Now you're good to go. Then they fit in your ears just like this. And I'm always editing on a treadmill desk, so staying in is definitely a priority for me. So just kind of mimicking how I would normally be working here, it seems like they would definitely stay in. So that's the 3. We'll go ahead and open up the 4. I'm guessing it's pretty much just the same as the 3s, except for, you know, what's inside the box is a little bit different. Ooh. Okay, so the cable is actually see-through on this one. And it doesn't have that rigid textured feel like it did on this. And you're not going to be able to see it, but this one kind of feels like snakeskin. This one looks like it does, but it almost has like an additional coating on the outside. I think I prefer the look of that one, but that's just because I like darker colors. Okay, so these ones say MX4 and MEE. Looks like we've got all the same stuff in here. 1/4 jack, custom fitting earpieces. All right, so let's go ahead and sit down with these and get my first impressions.
All right, so unfortunately, I don't think there's really a way that I can mic these up so you can hear what I'm hearing, but you can at least see my reactions. So I'm gonna compare the M4s, the M3s, then I'll compare it to the Focals that I bought recently to see which one I personally prefer. Now keep in mind, these were about $300, so they're more expensive than these other ones, but let's see how these stack up. Hello, hello, hello. Something I'm noticing with these, and that might just be because I'm not really an in-ear monitor guy most of the time, is I can't hear anything around me. It is just what I'm supposed to be hearing. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the M3s now. And by the way, I did swap out the tips for the memory foam ones. Those seem to work pretty well for me. So these are the ones that are supposed to be more of the mid-range. These ones definitely seem slightly boosted. I can see why they're advertising this towards guitar players. It's completely different. I don't know if I'd want to mix on these or not. Now I'll swap over to my regular headphones here. Or I should say my new ones. I don't like them as much as my old ones. You know, these sound rather tinny. Like it doesn't have that bass response to it. Yeah, so from this just isolated test of what I have available anyways, I think I preferred the MX4s because it seemed to have like a good all-around sound for everything as far as editing audio goes. Give these another listen. Yeah, I could see what the hype is about these things. They are pretty darn good. I could see myself using these to edit in the future. Everything just kind of sounds fuller for some reason. I'll see if I can mic these up to kind of give you guys an idea here.
So after using these for about a week, comparing them side by side periodically, here's what my final thoughts are on these. Well, I don't have a lot of in-ear monitor reference to like compare these to other ones, but what I can say is that I preferred the MX3 for like general listening, just to like YouTube videos. But when it came down to like editing audio, doing what I normally do with headphones and whatnot, I preferred the MX4s. I believe most musicians would end up using these more so in a live situation so they can hear exactly what they're playing. So I could definitely see how the MX3s might be useful in that situation. But unfortunately, I don't have much experience with that. So if you are interested in them, I'll put a link in the description. But other than that, we will see you tomorrow on the next guitar-related episode. Alright, thank you Trogly for watching, and we will see you tomorrow. Take care.